Welcome to Echevarria Travel, where we deliver all destinations from pole to pole. Whether it's tickets to a local event, a group bus trip, air travel for families, or cruises, we are here to lighten the load and take the stress out of planning your trip. We offer excellent travel packages for everyone, and we specialize in providing travel assistance to the special needs and disabilities community. Echevarria Travel provides education and information on traveling with medical conditions and accessibility options in airports, on cruises, and in foreign countries. Before you give up on taking that dream trip because you have special needs that seem to make it too difficult, please contact us for a consultation first. Echevarria Travel's award-winning founder, Cheryl Echevarria, loves to travel and has personally overcome the challenges of traveling with blindness and special medical needs. Call us today at 631-456-5394 for a free consultation about your trip and explore the world with Echevarria Travel.
Good morning, everybody. This is Cheryl Echevarria from Echevarria Travel, and this is Talk Travel with Cheryl for news for July 20th, 2020. I'm coming to you today with some the latest and greatest travel news. No, I do not have any guests on, but this Friday, my guest will be Carrie Roberts from Aflac, and she will be talking about Aflac products, how Aflac can help you in your business, as well as she's also a veteran, and places she's been to, places she loves to travel to, and places she wants to travel to. So that's all. That's all we talk about here at Talk Travel with Cheryl. I'm going to be a little serious today, so let's not shoot the messenger. I am just getting all this from all the news sources out there. First things first, the island of the Bahamas is closing its borders as of the 22nd of June. I'm sorry, July. We're in July, yeah, to all U.S. borders. So if you're visiting there, you need to come home early. If you're planning on going, you need to contact your travel advisor and the places that you booked with. Check your emails. Don't delete everything. Don't check your spams. Everybody's giving refunds and cancellations, and I hope you got travel insurance as well. But make sure that you get as much money back as possible. Remember, hopefully you put with a credit card, so if you need the extra assistance, you can cancel with your credit card. So again, July 22nd is the big day. Due to the coronavirus spreading here in the U.S., that is one of the casualties right now of the new normal with traveling for anybody, especially us here in the U.S. Doesn't mean people in the UK or other islands or other countries cannot go as long as their coronavirus numbers are down. They can travel, but our friends in the Bahamas don't want our icky virus, and who can blame them? Who wants this nasty virus where it actually kills people? It's not just you might get sick. It's a killer, and we don't want to do that. And I'm a little down about this because I have underlying health issues, and I try my best when we go out and if we go out. And I recently lost a friend last week, and it's sad because she died in the hospital. And we see all the news issues of family members and grandparents and people married 30 plus years that are dying alone, and it's not fair. There are people out there think it's not fair that they're being forced to wear a mask and keep away from people, but unfortunately, that's the way we're going to have to live. And it is a disease. And again, it's a killer. Um, so anyway, with travel, um, all my clients know that I'm not booking anything till 2021. Don't even call me. Don't even ask me. Till things change, I'll be, I'm here weekly. So if I say, hey, let's book somewhere, let's go together. Um, for right now, 2020 for Echevarria Travel, we're not booking anything. We don't feel safe sending you anywhere, and that's important when you're working with a business on how safe your travel agent feels sending you somewhere. You don't want to work with me? Fine, take your own risk and stuff. We get all the information from uh, the travel boards, the tourism boards. We watch the news. We're more up on the news than you think we are. We're involved with advisory boards, with the airlines, with the cruise lines, with the all-inclusive resorts. We try to bring you as much news as possible when we can. Bringing you guests on the show that actually say, "Hey, we're not cruising. We're not open right now. We're still working on things. It's a new normal." And so let's remember that there are places that are open. I mean, Mexico has always been opened. They've never closed the borders, but some areas, some resorts are not within the full uh, advisory that Mexico now has, that anybody that's in the tourism and hospitality industry must comply within that country. If not, they must close or get fined. And Mexico is very on top of it. So there are places in Mexico, some resorts, some of your favorite resorts may not be open yet. But Mexico's open. I have some clients that went to the Dominican Republic. Uh, People going to Jamaica still, and St. Lucia just opened, in Barbados, and Antigua. I mean, the Caribbean is mostly opened. The Mexico, Costa Rica, uh, Europe is still closed to us. So, Canada is closed. There's no Alaska cruising. Um, so a lot of this is closed. So if you're looking to travel somewhere, even when you go to these resorts or destinations, you're stifled because a lot of places are not taking tours out. They're not doing excursions due to the coronavirus. So we recommend, and this is a recommendation, I'm not, saying whatever. We have been booking and looking to do groups because we love doing groups. We love friends. We love new friends. We love talking to people. We like bringing people and businesses together. And that's what, I mean, I don't know about you, but when I was little, I loved friends and hanging around with groups. And, sometimes when we get older, we forget about that. And, we have friends in other states that we talk to on the phone and we miss and say we're going to get together, and then we don't, and then you get things like the coronavirus where you pray that you get to see them soon. So we have a number of groups coming up. We have two. We have one to the Grand Canyon in March, and we also have our 7-day cruise to Alaska in August of next year, and we're actively booking. And 2021 is going to be a busy year. So if you're looking to travel, hey, come along with us. We've got some great pricing for you and availability. And starting next week, I will be talking about the different itineraries, especially sailing out of Seattle. Seattle is a great place to visit, and I'm going to highly recommend you come in a day or two early and just spend time in Seattle, from the fish market, maybe even take a ferry over to different areas of Seattle and Washington State and Victoria, just to see some of the gardens or some of the, go see Mount Rainier. And it's a beautiful state, beautiful people. The food aspect, if you're a foodie like us, a culinary aspect of Seattle, the entertainment district. It's it's wonderful. So let's remember that. And I'll be talking about places, especially I watch Food Network and I watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives if you're a Guy Fieri fan. And I'll be highlighting some of the places he's been to in Washington and also the famous fish market where you go in and they're throwing fish all over the place to different people and to customers and different food in there and activities, and there's so many things to do. And if you were listening to my guest Patricia Murphy on Friday, remember our podcasts and our YouTube video here to subscribe and listen to her. She was in the armed forces in the Air Force up in Alaska, and she went to many places while stationed in Alaska, and we'll be focusing in on those areas as well. So we'll hopefully get you enticed in going with us in 2021. But remember, book, it's $250 per person to make your deposit. Payment plans, once you make your deposit, it's up to 90 days prior to cruising, so you don't have to get that up. And we also have some companies that you can actually, like Uplift and some other places where you can finance your cruise if you want to do that, and some other options available to you, which we'll be bringing for you. So that being said, moving on to travel news. The cruise industry, again, was pushed back to October. And it's probably going to be pushed back even more. So if you have people cruising or you're cruising, check with your cruise line. All of them have been pushed, not just one, but all of them have been pushed back to no sail until October. So if one cruise line says it, they're all saying it. So make sure you're checking your emails. Make sure you're traveling to your travel advisors. Don't listen to the news. Listen to the people who actually booked your travel destinations for you. There's a lot of myths out there. The biggest thing as to why people aren't cruising right now, meaning the cruise line industry, is not everybody's on the same page. Everybody has ideas, they want to do this, they want to implement that, but until it's in place, nobody's going anywhere. And the CDC, yes, they want to protect not only people traveling, people that work on the cruise ships, because if you've got sick employees, you got nobody running the cruise lines. You know, so we're going to make sure that everything is safe for everybody and the countries that the cruise lines are visiting. So like I said, Bahamas is rolling back, and we want to make sure that, and I'll bring it to you more when more things close and when more things open. And we hope more things will be opening again and our numbers come down and stuff. But I'm going to keep saying this coronavirus is a killer, and we need to protect ourselves and watch out for one another and be well and all that. So I'm trying not to be, not to sound like the news or wag a finger, but let's not be stupid out there. There are people out there that are renting houses and having corona parties. There are people out there that think they're Superman and won't get sick. It's like when my sister and I'm going to give you an example. My sister and I, when we were kids, we would get everything. And my mother would make sure, first of all, we didn't have a house where my sister and I had separate bedrooms. We're 17 months apart, and if one kid's going to get sick, might as well get everybody sick at the same time. So we're not doing this again back a couple of weeks from now. So my sister got the chicken pox. Okay. I didn't. Lucky me. But doesn't mean I'm not a carrier of chicken pox. I could spread around chicken pox and not have chicken pox. Same thing with measles, same thing with the mumps, same thing with flu, same thing with Miss Corona out there. Just because you're not sick does not mean you don't have it. And unless you've gotten an antivirus test that says you don't have it, you got to think of yourself as having it, and that anything you say to somebody, you spread. You ever talk and all of a sudden you get spit coming out of your mouth? Guess what? That spit carries coronavirus. Every little particle that comes out of your mouth has coronavirus in it. I know I don't have it because I've had it 3 times because I had to go into the hospital for outpatient surgery and other things that the doctors had to check on me, where I had to make sure that I did not have the coronavirus. So I know I don't have it. So I don't want you giving it to me. And that's because I don't have it now. Doesn't mean I can't get it later. So to lower the coronavirus out there, we need to wear a mask. We need to protect each other. And if you're not going to, don't go out. Don't be around me. Don't be around grandma and grandpa. Don't be around your parents. Don't be around other kids. Kids can pass it even though they don't have the virus. They can pass it. They drool, they spit, they hiccup, their kids are dirty. We all know because we have to wash their hands and wipe their noses. They're not going to do it themselves. They're not going to carry around a handkerchief. They're going to pull off their masks. Yes, it's hot. I live in one of the hottest states. I live in Florida, and it's not easy to wear a mask when it's 90 degrees out. Guess what? I'd rather wear a mask in 90 degrees than catch the coronavirus from you. That may sound rude, may sound saying, you know, you're not coming in my house, you're not coming to me, you're not going. And some of you are saying, well, I don't care. Well, that's fine. That's great. You don't have to listen to me. That's fine. I think I mentioned I lost a friend this past week from Corona. And I know what it's like to be in the hospital alone, not having anybody there to be with you if you're sick. I remember one year, Nelson and I were both sick, and I was in one hospital, he was in another. When you're married or when you live with somebody or you care for somebody, there's an emptiness there when you can't be with them. And that depression is also a killer. Your heart breaks, and many people are dying of broken hearts because they can't be with the ones they love. So let's think about that when we're saying we're not going to wear a mask and we're not going to cow down to our government and footstep like Italy and Spain and England and all the other countries that are traveling again, because we hide behind our Constitution when we want to. Freedom of speech, freedom of this, freedom of that. Hey, I'm glad I live in the United States. I know where my ancestors came from. They came from places like Romania and Eastern Europe, where people like Hitler killed them. And I know what it's like. I don't know what it's like, but it's understandable that we don't want these things happening again. And it feels like when you say you don't care about other people, it's like being in a concentration camp, that you're afraid to leave your house because you don't want to catch this nasty disease. I am emotional. I'm sorry if you hear this in my voice. Maybe it's not part of this news program. It should be. I think anybody that does travel or any kind of business should talk about this, because it's a serious nature, affects every single one of us in every parts of the world, rich, poor, people in politics, people in homeless. It affects everybody. And I try to think I'm a good person. I'm a good business owner. I try to do right by my clients and offer them safe options when they're available, and tell them no, it's not a good time to travel either. And I'll be bringing you more, maybe more happiness, hopefully more happiness than sadness. And let's remember, every day we get up and say, thank God we're here. We kiss the earth, we're here. We say we love I say I love you, Nelson, every single day when I go to bed at night. And my children, even though I don't see them or talk to them on the phone. I say, God, I love my children, my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, and hopefully one day we'll all be together. This is Cheryl Echevarria of Talk Travel with Cheryl, 407-910-6469, reservations at echevarriatravel.com. We hope you'll listen, we hope you'll subscribe, and we hope you'll wear a mask and you practice social distancing. We all know you're washing your hands. If you're not, for shame on you. Have a great day and God bless. And remember, we all are there for each other. We're all in this together, and let's practice that. Thank you.